Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to now named Historic John Salone Field in honor of the late, great John Salone, former Geneva Red Wings manager. As we are already underway here, Josh Leadham leading things off for the Geneva Red Wings, for the Batavia Muck Dogs, the right fielder number 16. Coming to this one, batting .238 to face Drew Munn, who's getting the start for the Geneva Red Wings on the bump from Central Connecticut State University, as that pitch misses outside. So counts at 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike. And no outs to the leadoff batter, Josh Leadham. As Drew Munn coming set, the 1-1 pitch, that one swung on and fouled. Counts at 1-2 now. Drew Munn coming into this game for the Geneva Red Wings with an 8.3 ERA and 17.1 innings of work. And the first place, Batavia Muck Dogs, yes, first place, coming to this one at 17-8. The Red Wings coming off back-to-back losses yesterday. Josh Leadham strikes out swinging to start off the game. There's one away, as that will now bring up the shortstop, number 36, Lucas Lopez, batting .290 coming into this one to face Drew Munn. And the Geneva Red Wings at 5-15 lost 2 heartbreaking losses yesterday to the Newark Pilots, as we covered that one here on Finger Lakes One Radio, and both the Pilots and Red Wings YouTube channels today, just on the Red Wings YouTube channel. First pitch to Lopez, misses outside. Count is at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out. Packed house here at McDonough Park, as everyone's showing up to honor the legacy of the late, great John Salone. That one taken for a strike. Count is at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. We're in the top of the first inning. 9-inning game today, as it's only a single game against the Batavia Muck Dogs. And so far, Batavia has got the best of the Red Wings thus far. 3-0 against them on the summer. As Lucas Lopez steps back in, counts at 2-1. Drew Munn comes set and the pitch. That one, fastball swung on in line just past Brennan Stabley at third. So it's a 1-out single for Lucas Lopez, and Batavia Muck Dogs have a base runner here in the top of the first hit of the ball game. As that one now bring up the catcher, number 23, Adam Agresti, batting .389 coming into this contest against the Geneva Red Wings. So Adam Agresti will step in for the Muck Dogs. Agresti, the team leader in batting average for Batavia coming into this one. 13 RBI, as he's tied for second on the team with Anthony Calabro in RBI. That one, fastball taken for a strike, counts at 0-1. As the pitch from Drew Munn misses just outside. The count is at 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out to Adam Agresti, tonight's catcher for the Batavia Muck Dogs. As that one taken for a strike as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out now, the count to Adam Agresti. That one swung on, broken bat, right back to Munn. Only play will be at first. Scored that one. A 1-3 ground out, and a little bit of broken lumber on the field now. There's 2 away. We saw something very similar happen like that yesterday in the game. And thankfully, the home plate umpire was able to continue yesterday after a little bit of debris had went into the eye of the umpire. So 1-3 ground out, and that will bring up the center fielder number 18, Anthony Calabro. 1-3 ground out, and Lucas Lopez advances to second. There's 2 away. First pitch to him. Fastball just misses outside, counts at 1-0. As Calabro batting .246 coming into this contest. That one misses. Counts at 1-1 now. Zero your score, 2 gone. Lucas Lopez sits on second. Anthony Calabro will step back in the box. The 1-1 pitch. That one misses outside. Counts at 2-1 now. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs to Anthony Calabro. We were anticipating a 7:15 start time due to the pregame ceremonies we were holding for John Salone, but started just a little bit after 7:10. That one misses low. Count is at 3-1 now. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. To the cleanup hitter in the order for the Muck Dogs, Anthony Calabro, batting .246 coming in this game as he steps back in. Head coach Joey Martinez sits on first. The pitch, that one misses low. So a 2-out walk for Anthony Calabro. He'll head to first. And that will bring up Giuseppe Arcuri, who played hero in the game yesterday, had the walk-off hit and their win. Arcuri in the last game against the Red Wings on June 25th hit was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run in the 8-4 victory on June 25th. The pitch from Drew Munn. That one swung on and lined into center field. Coming on in is the center fielder who makes the play in F8 to end the inning as Alex Olstrom made the play. Heading to the bottom half of the first inning. 0-0 your score. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel, leading off for the Geneva Red Wings is Ryan Knight. That one taken for a strike. Count is at 0-1. As he steps in. The 0-1. That one swung on and hit to the shortstop who fields and throws over to first for the out. There's one away. A 4-3 ground out for the leadoff man. As there's one away now.
Up next for the Geneva Red Wings, number 25, out of Peabody, Massachusetts, fielder Ryan Knight.
That will now bring up Ryan Knight. That was Birch Herring Jackson, the first batter in the lineup. That one Swung on and fouled off. Count is at 0-1. One ball, one strike, and one out the count. That one taken for a strike. Count is at 1-2 now. One ball, two strikes, and one out. Again, it's 0-0. We're in the bottom of the first inning. It's John Salone Day here at Historic McDonough Park, and now named John Salone Field. That one taken. Counts at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, and one out. To Ryan Knight, the second batter in this lineup tonight for the Geneva Red Wings. That one misses. Counts now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Knight. That one misses. So a 1-out walk for Ryan Knight. He'll head to first, as the Red Wings have a 1-out base runner. So that'll now bring up the right fielder number 41, Andrew Eppinger, from Grafton, Massachusetts. As Andrew Eppinger will step in to face Jack Keeler. That one taken for a strike. Counts at 0-1. No balls, one strike, and one out. As Andrew Eppinger will step back in. Batting .250. That pitch taken as well. 2 straight strikes from Jack Keeler, and the count's at 0-2. Keeler so far is a 3.31 ERA in 19 innings of work for this Muck Dogs program. That one swung on a hit out to right field. That one has the right fielder trailing. He gets underneath it to make the play. That play was made by Josh Leadham out there in right, and there's 2 away. That will now bring up Ethan Swidler for the Geneva Red Wings. So far for Swidler on the summer, still the Geneva Red Wings leader in batting average, coming in this game at .303. 8 RBI for him on the summer. A pair of doubles, 10 hits and 33 at-bats, 5 runs scored. This is his 13th appearance. First pitch swinging, that one lined right towards the tarp over there. That is purple and orange. This is also the home of the Hobart College Statesmen. So John Salone Field, now named here in Geneva, New York. The pitch swung on and missed. A little bit of a half swing there for Swidler. Counts at 0-2. As in both games against the Newark Pilots yesterday, Swidler went 0 for 2. So a total of 0 for 4 on the day. Runner goes. The throw, fastball outside, the throw down. Safe is the runner at second. It looked as if Adam Agresti had Ryan Knight out by a mile, but the throw wasn't able to be held on by the second baseman. So stolen base for Ryan Knight as he takes second with ease. As Giuseppe Arcuri couldn't make the play there at second. Pitch. That one misses. The count is at 3-2 now. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Ethan Swidler. Two and two the count, excuse me. The 2-2 from Keeler. Swung on and foul tipped into the glove. Strike 3. Heading to the top of the second. Still 0-0 your score. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back here at John Sloan Field at Historic McDonough Park, as that will now bring up Christian Bernardini, the designated hitter, batting .333 coming into this contest against the Geneva Red Wings. Will step in. Drew Munn, thus far for him, in 1 inning of work, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. As that pitch taken for a strike. So far, no runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Muck Dogs. And for the Red Wings, no runs, no hits, no errors. We're in the top of the second. 0-0 your score. The pitch from Drew Munn, fastball, just misses outside. Count is at 2-0. To Christian Bernardini, as he'll step in for the Muck Dogs. The pitch from Munn. Fastball fouled off into the backstop here at John Sloan Field. Count is at 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. The pitch, that one swung on and roped out into left field. That one has a little bit of carry on it. All the way to the wall is the left fielder who makes the play. Ryan Knight, with speed for days, tracks that one down near the O'Haver sign out there in left field to make the play. Score that one in F7 for the leadoff batter for the Muck Dogs in the top of the second, Christian Bernardini. As that will now bring up the batter number 33, the 7th batter in this Batavia Muck Dogs lineup, Henry Daniels, the first baseman. Batting .212 coming into this contest. He'll bat on the left side of the batter's box to face Drew Munn. The pitch. That one just misses outside. Count is at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out. Drew Munn comes set yet again. The 1-0 pitch. That one fouled into the backstop yet again. Count is at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. The pitch. That one misses low. Count is at 2-1 now. Correction, that is actually Parker Walsh out in center field. The lineup card I was given had Alex Alstrom on it. Must have been a last-minute change for the Red Wings. That pitch misses inside. Count is at 3-1 now. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. The 3-1. Fastball taken at the knees. Counts at 3-2 now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 0-0 your score in the top of the second inning. The pitch swung on, and that one popped up in the infield. Staubley underneath it, doesn't have to move much and makes the play. Score that one a P5, and there are 2 away quickly in the top of the second as Henry Daniels pops up to Brennan Staubley at third base for the Batavia Muck Dogs. As that will now bring up the extra hitter, number 4, Trey Bacon, who will step in. Batting .166 coming in this game for the Batavia Muck Dogs. First pitch of the at-bat from Munn. Breaking ball. Looked like a slider there. A little high. Counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. Bacon from Tampa, Florida. Plays his college ball at Santa Fe College. That one misses low. Counts at 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. On Finger Lakes One Radio and the Red Wings YouTube channels, Bacon steps back in. The 2-0 delivery from Drew Munn. Swung on and missed. Big cut there from Bacon as Munn fighting his way back in the count. It's at 2-1 now. That one fouled into the glove. Counts even up at 2. 2's across the top of the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bacon did not play in the 9-2 victory over the Jamestown Tarpscones yesterday. That one swung on and hit out into deep left. That one gets down for a 2-out single for Trey Bacon, and a loud 2-out single at that, as that one was in the deep portion of left center field.
Third baseman, number 24, Victor Alonji.
As that will now bring up Victor Alonji, the third baseman for the Batavia Muck Dogs. Batting 162 coming into the game. He'll bat out of the right side of the batter's box. Ready on ready matchup. As after that single, Trey Bacon sits on first base for the Muck Dogs. The pitch. Slider just misses outside. Counts at 1-0 now. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs in the top of the second. Sun starting to peek through the clouds a little bit here. We are expecting thunderstorms later on tonight. We'll give you a forecast update in a little bit. Those should be around 10. The 1-0 pitch taken for a strike. Counts at 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 2 outs. That one popped up into shallow right center field. Trailing is the second baseman, and making the play is Birch Herring Jackson. Score that one a P4 for the final out of the inning. We're heading to the bottom of the second. Red Wings up to bat. 0-0 your score. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Red Wings YouTube channel, I'm Kyle French joining you. As always, it's Jason Shockley leading things off for the Geneva Red Wings in the bottom of the second inning. Shockley steps in, the first pitch. Swung on a miss, big cut for him. First pitch strike from Jack Keeler out for another inning of work. So far for him, an inning pitch, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. 7-5 ball to strike ratio, strike to ball ratio. The 0-1. Misses low. Counts at 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff batter, Jason Shockley. The Rutgers Scarlet Knight will step back in. Division I program in the Big Ten Conference. As the 1-1. That one swung on and popped into the grandstand here at McDonough Park. Counts at 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes, and no outs as Shockley steps back in. The 1-2 delivery from Keeler. Swung on and popped up in the infield. First baseman calling everyone off and making the play. Henry Daniels over there. Score that one a P3 for Jason Shockley. And there's 1 away to start off the bottom of the second inning. As that will now bring up Brendan Staubley, the third baseman. The third baseman tonight for the Red Wings from Plainville, Connecticut, as he'll step in. Batting .204 for the Red Wings on the summer thus far as he steps in. Staubley did not play in Game 2, the 8-3 victory for the Pilots yesterday. As that one's popped up, right side foul territory. Leadham makes the play. So 1 pitch swinging from Brendan Stabley as he flies out to right field. Scored that one in F9 in foul territory, and they're quickly 2 away.
Number 6, Brandon Jelpe.
As that will now bring up Brandon Jelpe. The Red Wings with 2 away. Jelpe will step in now. The extra hitter batting 176. That one hit out into right field now, and lead him a busy man this inning and makes the play in fair territory. So an F9, and quickly the Geneva Red Wings go down 1-2-3 on 5 pitches, heading to the top of the 3rd inning. 0-0 your score. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. We are back here at John Sloan Field, newly named this evening in the pregame festivities. I'm Kyle French on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Red Wings YouTube channel. As the batter, Rashad Robinson, will step in. Pitch on and fouled off into the backstop. Count is at 0-1 to Rashad Robinson. As he steps back in, batting .227 for the Batavia Muck Dogs. Coming into this contest, Muck Dogs wearing their black and red away jerseys. Geneva Red Wings wearing their red jerseys with John Salone's name on the sleeve to honor him here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. As the Batavia Muck Dogs, batter Rashad Robinson will step back in. The pitch. Fastball taken for a strike on the outer half. Counts at 1-2 from Drew Munn. Robinson from Mobile, Alabama. He's a sophomore at Bishop State Community College. 6'1", 160. That one popped foul out of play. That one will get over near the clubhouse of the Geneva Red Wings. Count still at 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Drew Munn got him fishing in the dirt. There's 1 away now. So 1 gone, and back to the top of the order we go. It'll be Josh Leadham, the right fielder, 0 for 1 on the night thus far with a strikeout swinging to lead off the game in the 1st inning. That one swung on and hit right to Stabley, who fields it and throws over to Scalera at first, who drops the ball. Scored that one an E3, and there should have been 2 quick outs. Daniel Scalera didn't squeeze it in the mitt, scored it out of his glove. So an E3. And the Batavia Muck Dogs have a 1-out base runner. Unfortunate break for the Geneva Red Wings. That'll now bring up the shortstop, number 36, Lucas Lopez, batting .290, and what seemed like should have been 2 quick outs. A very easy play for Stabley. The throw right on time. Scalera just couldn't squeeze the mitt. Runner goes. The throw down. Got him in time. So caught stealing 2-5. So the error pretty much erased off the board. And now there's 2 away. So caught stealing was Josh Leadham. And that pitch was in there for a strike, so the count's at 0-1. And for a second, what looked like trouble was quickly erased, courtesy of the strong arm behind the dish, Ethan Swidler. That one missed outside for a ball. Counts at 1-1. And making the play at short was the shortstop tonight, Cameron Boardman, for the Geneva Red Wings. The 1-1. Slider misses low. Count is at 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. To the second batter in the lineup for the Muck Dogs, Lucas Lopez, the pitch. Misses low, change up. Counts at 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. And awaiting on deck for the Muck Dogs, Adam Agresti, the catcher, and their leader in batting average, so likely want to get around him before the end of the inning. The 3-1. Fastball lined right at Scalero, past the diving Scalero, and that one gets out into the outfield. So a 2-out single for Lucas Lopez, and that will now bring up the dangerous hitting Adam Agresti. With 2 away, Agresti rounded out 1-3 and broke his bat for the second out of the first inning. Agresti wearing number 23 for the Muck Dogs here. Taking the PGCBL Western Division by storm thus far. The pitch. That one popped up. Shallow right field. Birch Herring Jackson makes the play, trailing for the third out. Heading to the bottom of the third. Red Wings are up to bat. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back here at historic McDonough Park and now named John Salone Field, as it will be Parker Walsh leading things off for the Geneva Red Wings. As Walsh steps in, first pitch to him, swung and fouled off into the backstop. Count is at 0-1 to Parker Walsh. Out in center field for the Red Wings here tonight. And waiting on deck is Daniel Scalero, number 30, and first baseman. That one bunted down perfectly down the third base line. The Red Wings have their first hit of the game. A bunt single for Parker Walsh. And the leadoff man gets on, doing his job, as that will now bring up Daniel Scalero after the bunt single from Parker Walsh. What a perfect bunt on the third base line by Parker Walsh, as Daniel Scalero will now step in the box. First hit of the game for the Red Wings. Scalero, the 9-spot hitter, for the Red Wings here tonight. Swing and a miss from the batter, Scalero. Counts at 0-1. As he'll step in batting. 147 on the summer for the Red Wings. Red Wings have struggled thus far this summer to get it rolling. That one swung on and missed. Count is at 0-2. As Scalero will step back in. No balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. The 0-2 misses high. Count is at 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs. And what better time to get a victory and defeat the top Batavia Muck Dogs, who sit at 17-8, than on John Salone Day? Certainly would be, according to the script. That one swung on and roped into center field. Not quite center field as Giuseppe Arcuri dropped that one on purpose and looked to turn a double play, but they're going to call an infield fly. So P4 technically for the out. Giuseppe Arcuri just batted it down with his glove and was trying to turn a double play, but the umpires won't allow that.
Number 1, Cam Boardman.
As that will now bring up the shortstop number 1, Cameron Boardman, the last hitter in this Red Wings lineup here tonight. 0-0 your score. Bottom of the third, 1 out. That one misses outside to Boardman. Count is at 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. As a team coming in this game, the Red Wings are batting 176. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Swung and that one hit right to Arcuri, who backhands it, flips to short, and on to first. A 4-6-3 double play. The Batavia Muck Dogs get it out of the inning, heading to the top of the fourth. Still 0-0. We'll be right back on Figure Lakes 1 Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. So we're back here at John Salone Field here at McDonough Park as Anthony Calabro will be leading things off for the Batavia Muck Dogs here in the top of the fourth. Calabro thus far walked in the first inning, so no official at bat for him. Just won a plate appearance and was left on base back in the first inning. So Calabro steps in. First pitch from Drew Munn. Slider misses outside. Counts at 1-0. So far for Drew Munn, looked very good for the Red Wings. So far in 3 innings pitched, he's at 32 pitches, 3 hits and 2 strikeouts and a walk. That one misses low. Counts at 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes to the leadoff batter, Anthony Calabro. And so far, 47 minutes passed, not even since the game has started, and we're already through 3 completed innings. The 2-0. That one swung on and roped out into left field. That'll get down for a leadoff single. Scooping and throwing back in is the left fielder, Ryan Knight. So a leadoff single for Anthony Calabro. As that will now bring up the second baseman, number 88, Giuseppe Arcuri. 0 for 1 thus far with a fly out to center field back in the first inning to end the first inning. As Arcuri will step in, wearing number 88 for these Muck Dogs, playing second base tonight. Drew Munn comes set. The pitch. Misses low. Good stop by the catcher, Ethan Swither. Counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs in the top of the 4th inning. So far for Batavia, no runs on 4 hits, no errors. For the Red Wings, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error. The pitch misses just above the letters to our Curry, who doesn't stand very tall. I imagine he probably stands about 5'10", maybe 5'9". Our Curry, 5'9", 175. Smaller strike zone. That one misses high as well. Count is at 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, and no outs to Giuseppe Arcuri, who will step back in. As the catcher, Ethan Swither, coming out and chatting with his pitcher, Drew Munn. Just trying to settle him back in. The Geneva Red Wings will be on the road tomorrow to face the Auburn Double Days at Falcon Park, 7:05 start time. Then they will be back here to face Auburn on Saturday. We'll be calling that game on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Red Wings YouTube channels. And then they've got the Jamestown Tarp Skunks on Sunday. That one will start earlier. I believe they do their games at 3 o'clock. We'll verify that later on in the stream. That one taken for a strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Giuseppe Arcuri. Munn comes set. The 3-1 pitch. That one swung on and hit right to Boardman, who flips over to Herring Jackson and on to first. Scalero once again can't scoop it over there at first. So score that one a 6-4 fielder's choice. And Scalero almost made a splitting grab over there at first, but couldn't hold on to it once again. No error, as it was a tough play. But that will now bring up Christian Bernardini after the 4-6 fielder's choice. For Giuseppe Arcuri, who sits on first base now. Bernardini flew out to Ryan Knight in left field in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. That one fouled off. Counts at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Red Wings will try for the double play ball yet again. As Bernardini steps in, batting .333 coming into this game. Munn comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball taken for a strike. Count is at 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Pitchers duel thus far. And a lot like game 1 of that game yesterday. We're through 3 scoreless and still 0-0 the score for the Red Wings. Munn, the 0-2. That one misses outside. Good waste pitch, though. This counts at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. In the top of the 4th. Starting to cool down a little bit as it was a very, very hot day. Hot and humid here in the heart of the Finger Lakes, Geneva, New York. Runner goes. The throw down. Not in time. It's going to be a stolen base. That one actually gets out into the outfield. So a stolen base for our Curry and an advance on the E2, the overthrow. And the Muck Dogs have a runner on third base now with 1 gone in the top of the 4th, looking to score first. So stolen base and advance to third on the E2. And our Curry sits on third base for the Muck Dogs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Munn swung on and line foul into the dugout of the Geneva Red Wings. So we'll do the 2-2 again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Christian Bernardini, the designated hitter. 0 for 1 in the night. The 2-2. Swung on a miss, Fanda in the dirt. Another strikeout for Drew Munn. It's his 3rd of the game thus far. As there are 2 away now. We'll see if Munn can get out of the jam. That will bring up the first baseman, number 33, Henry Daniels.
Henry Daniels.
For the Batavia Muck Dogs here. Henry Daniels will step in with 2 gone. In the top of the 4th. First pitch to him. Changeup misses low, counts at 1-0 to him. 1 ball, no strikes. Giuseppe Arcuri sits 90 feet away on third base for the Muck Dogs, who look to strike first here in the top of the 4th inning on John Salonde, the 1-0. That one misses inside, nearly hits Daniels, counts at 2-0 now. 2 strikes and 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 4 hits for the Muck Dogs, nothing to show for it thus far. The 2-0 fastball clips the outer half of the plate, counts at 2-1 now. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Can Geneva get out of the 1 base runner jam? Arcuri with plenty of speed on there, playing mind games with Drew Munn, the 2-1. Swung and hit that one right to Heron Jackson at second. Flips over to first, a 4-3 ground out. Drew Munn gets out of the jam. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Red Wings up to bat yet again. We'll be right back on Figure Lakes 1 Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back here on Finger Lakes 1 Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel, bottom of the 4th inning. As it's Birch Herring Jackson leading things off for the Red Wings here in the bottom of the 4th. Still 0-0. First pitch swinging. That one popped up. Arcuri floating underneath it. Leadham comes in and makes the play. And F9 on 1 pitch for Birch Herring Jackson. And there's 1 away quickly to him in the bottom of the 4th. As that one now will bring up Ryan Knight. Walked and was left on base back in the 1st inning for the Red Wings.
Ryan Knight.
As Ryan Knight will step in. The first pitch to him. Slider taken on the inner half of the plate. Count is at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. We're through 3.5 scoreless. Andrew Eppinger, the dangerous bat from the New Jersey Institute of Technology, awaits on deck. Big swing there from Knight. Nothing doing. Counts at 0-2. Swung right over the top of that curveball. Quickly behind the count 0-2. That one misses low. Counts at 1-2 now. To Ryan Knight, who steps back in. The 1-2 pitch. That one swung on and popped out of play, third base side. So we'll do the 1-2 again. Knight batting .228 coming into this game. Did have that monster home run against the Newark Pilots a few days ago. Would hit off the scoreboard there. That one swung on and missed, strike 3 for the second out of the inning. That's Keeler's second strikeout of the game. That will now bring up Andrew Eppinger, the right fielder, batting .250 coming to this game. Flew out to Josh Leadham back in the 1st inning, his first at-bat. So he'll step in. We'll see if the Red Wings can get a 2-out rally going here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. That one misses. Does not miss. That one looked below the knees. Taken for a strike. Counts at 0-1. As we've seen several times, strike zones can be kind of inconsistent here in the PGCBL. The 0-1. Swung on and missed by Eppinger, who falls quickly behind the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. At the bottom of the 4th. So far, no runs, 4 hits, no errors for Batavia. And for Geneva, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. The 0-2 pitch from Keeler. Fastball misses outside, trying to get Eppinger to chase. Kind of set it up to make it look like that slider that he has, but it missed. Counts at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 1-2. Swung on that one, hit into center field, shallow center field. Drifting over is the center fielder who makes the play. That's Anthony Calabro. And the Red Wings go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 4th, and the top of the 5th. Still 0-0 from John Salone Field. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. So we're back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. It'll be Trey Bacon leading things off for Batavia here on the top of the 5th. And we're just about halfway through the game so far. No runs scored for either team as Bacon steps in. Singled and left on base in the 2nd inning, his first at bat. First pitch from Munn. That one swung and fouled off down the first base side. That one will kick off near the Geneva Red Wings clubhouse on the first base side. The far right back of the park. So 0-1 the count. Bacon responsible for one of the 4 hits for the Muck Dogs here tonight. The 0-1. Just misses outside. Appeal down to first. They'll say no. Counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Trey Bacon steps back into the batter's box. The 1-1 pitch. Misses low. Did the changeup. Counts at 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the leadoff batter, Trey Bacon from Santa Fe College. He's a 2-way player. Also pitches for the Muck Dogs. Batting 166 on the summer. Pitch. Slider clips the outer half of the plate. Counts at 2-2 now. So all evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the leadoff batter, Trey Bacon. That one swung on and popped up. Shallow center field. Parker Walsh coming in and makes the play. So an F8, Parker Walsh makes the play in center field. He was doing the Instagram takeover for the PGCBL. Actually went golfing this morning at Big Oak. As Victor Lange steps up, the 3rd baseman for the Muck Dogs with 1 away. So Lange steps in, popped up to Birch Herring Jackson at short in the 1st inning, and that one's popped up into right field. Underneath it is Eppinger, who makes the play. So quickly 2 gone for the Red Wings.
Now batting for Batavia.
And now that'll bring up the left fielder, number 32, Rashad Robinson. Wearing number 32 for the Batavia Muck Dogs from Mobile, Alabama. As he'll step in. 0-for-1 with a strikeout swinging back in the 3rd inning of his first at-bat. So he'll step in the bottom of the 5th, or top of the 5th, excuse me. Slider catches the zone, counts it 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As Drew Munn dealing thus far the pitch. Misses outside. Count is at 1-1 now. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs to Rashad Robinson, who's batting .227 coming into this contest. He's playing left field for the Batavia Muck Dogs here tonight. The 1-1. Fastball taken on the inner half of the plate. Counts at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to Rashad Robinson. Drew Munn a strike away, getting out of the inning. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Drew Munn picks up another one. His 4th strikeout of the game, heading to the bottom of the 5th. The Red Wings will be up to bat yet again. So far for Drew Munn, 5 innings of work, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back on Finger Lakes One Radio, Ethan Swidler leading things off for the Red Wings in the bottom of the 5th. Still 0-0. Already through 4.5 innings. Ethan Swidler steps up to the dish. He's batting .303 coming to the game. Struck out swinging in his first at bat in the first. First pitch swinging for him. That one is swung on and missed. Count is at 0-1 to Swidler. Again, the Red Wings will be on the road tomorrow at Falcon Park to face the Auburn Doubledays. Another Finger Lakes rivalry. As you'll see a lot of the Auburn Doubledays and Newark Pilots this last half of the season. Swung on and missed yet again by Swidler. Counts at 0-2 to the Red Wings batter. Also their leader in batting average. As he steps back in. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. A 3-pitch strikeout to lead off the bottom of the 5th. 1 away for the Red Wings. As that will now bring up Jason Shockley, the Rutgers Scarlet Knight. As that will bring up Jason Shockley, the designated hitter from Rutgers University. Scarlet Knight will step in. 0-for-1. Popped up 2. Henry Daniels at first in the 2nd inning. That one swung on and popped foul out of play. Count is at 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Brendan Staubley awaits on deck from Franklin Pierce. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Count is at 0-2 so far. Jack Keeler dealing 4.1 innings of work, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. He's been rolling thus far. Count is at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 0-2. Swung on and fouled off. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Shockley staying alive in there for the Red Wings. No balls, 2 strikes. Winning. One ball, 2 strikes by the numbers. No runs, 4 hits, no errors, and no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the Red Wings. Keeler has retired 4 straight Red Wings batters. The 1-2. That one swung on and popped foul into the backstop. Count is at 1-2 again. That was the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Shockley steps back in, awaiting pitch number 6 from Jack Keeler. The 1-2. Misses outside, counts at 2-2. So after being down 0-2 in the count, Shockley has fouled a couple off and worked 2 balls. The count's now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. The 2-2. Swung on that one, roped on a line. That one will get into the Red Wings bullpen. Another foul ball for Shockley, as that was pitch number 7. 3rd foul ball of the at-bat. You will await pitch number 8 from Keeler. Looking to make him work here. The 2-2. Swung on and missed in the dirt. The tag from the catcher, Agresti, and there are 2 away. As that will now bring up Brennan Stallby, the third baseman. 0 for 1 thus far. As Stallby will step in. Foul fly out to Josh Leadham back in the 2nd inning, his first at bat. Stallby will step in. Lid 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch. Slider clips the outer half of the plate. Stallby not happy with the call. That one did look a little bit off the edge of the plate, but it has been the strike zone the entire game. So no balls, 1 strike, the 0-1. That one swung and fouled off out of play into the parking lot here in McDonough. Count is at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Stallby steps back in. The 0-2 delivery from Keeler. Misses low. Changeup, very close pitch. Stallby with great plate discipline to hold off on that one. Counts at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. As Brennan Stallby will step back in. The 1-2 pitch. Swung into that one, dribbled back up the middle. Shortstop fielding it and throwing over to first. Henry Daniels makes the catch. Lucas Lopez over to Henry Daniels, a 6-3 ground out for Stallby. And the Red Wings go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 5th, heading to the top of the 6th. Batavia Muck Dogs coming up to bat. 0-0 your score through 5 innings. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. We are back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Josh Leadham leading things off for the Red Wings, for the Muck Dogs. In the top of the 6th, first pitch misses for a ball, counts at 1-0. Drew Munn out there for another inning of work for the Red Wings, and so far has been dominant. 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, only thrown 53 pitches thus far. Second pitch misses for a ball, count is at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch misses outside. So 3 straight balls to the leadoff batter, and the first batter in this lineup for the Muck Dogs, Josh Leadham. Again, 0-0 your score. We're in the top of the 6th inning already. As the 3-0 pitch from Munn. Fastball right over the middle of the plate, counts at 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. as Josh Leadham will step back in. 3-1 delivery. That one just misses a little bit high. So leadoff walk for Josh Leadham. He'll head to first, as that will bring up Lucas Lopez, the shortstop. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and was left on base in both times. So Lopez responsible for 2 of the 4 hits thus far for the Batavia Muck Dogs. He'll step in, the lefty, playing shortstop tonight. Batting .290 coming in this game. So Lopez will step in for Batavia. Munn comes set. First pitch of the bat. Leadham heads towards second. The throw down. In time. Leadham caught stealing yet again. 2-5. So another caught stealing for Josh Leadham. 2-6. And he's gone. There's one away. Joey Martinez sending Leadham, who has a ton of speed. We saw very similar yesterday what happened with Frankie DiMartino, caught stealing twice by the powerful arm of Ethan Swidler. Frankie DiMartino, one of the faster guys in the PGCBL as well. Two straight pitches, 2 straight balls to Lucas Lopez. The 2-0. Swung on that one, hit down the third base side into the Muck Dogs bullpen. Counts at 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out after Josh Leadham was caught stealing by Ethan Swidler. 2-1. That one misses inside. Good frame there by Swidler, but still called the ball. Counts at 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, 0-0 your score. The 3-1 pitch from Munn. That one swung and hit back up the middle. Cameron Boardman fields it and throws over to Scalero at first, who squeezes it and holds on to it this time. A 6-3 ground out. And they're quickly 2 away for the Muck Dogs. As that will now bring up Adam Agresti, the catcher. 0 for 2. 0 for 2 with a ground out 1-3 on a broken bat in the first inning and a pop-up to Herring Jackson at second. So Agresti will step back in. The leader coming in this game at .390 batting average for the Muck Dogs. The first pitch. Swung, and that one roped into left field. That one will get down in front of Ryan Knight for a loud single. A 2-out single for the Muck Dogs. Their 5th hit of the ball game. Agresti's first hit of the game. He's 1 for 3 now, and that will bring up Anthony Calabro.
Center fielder, number 18, Anthony Calabro.
Anthony Calabro, the center fielder, playing number 18, playing center field tonight, as he'll step in. Reached base in both plate appearances. Walked and left on base in the first inning, and singled back in the 4th inning. Was out 4-6. That one blooped into center field. Parker Walsh coming over and making the play. F8, heading to the bottom of the 6th. Red Wings. Drew Munn's been dealing thus far. Red Wings will be up to bat. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. It'll be Brandon Jelpe leading things off for the Red Wings here in the bottom of the sixth inning. 0-0 your score. A big goose egg across the board for Batavia. No runs on 5 hits, no errors, and for the Red Wings. No runs on 1 hit, 2 errors. Jelpe steps in, batting 176 coming in the game. First pitch taken for a strike. Count is at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and no outs to the leadoff man, Brandon Jelpe. In the bottom of the 6th inning, it's been a pitcher's duel thus far. Drew Munn and Jack Keeler going at it. That one swung and roped over the leaping third baseman's head. That was over Victor Alongi's head. So the Red Wings had their second hit of the game. Brandon Jelpe, second-year returning player, had a nice tribute to the late, great John Salone, as that will now bring up Parker Walsh. Parker Walsh out in center field tonight coming up. Had that bunt single. So both hits for the Red Wings coming from the 7 and 8 batters in this lineup thus far here tonight. Red Wings have 2 hits. First one was a bunt single down the line from Parker Walsh. We'll see if he does it again. Lays the bunt and fouled off. Batavia's defense playing in on that one. Imagine trying to sniff out the bunt there. Daniel Scalero, the first baseman, awaits on deck. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Bottom of the 6th to the second batter of this inning, Parker Walsh. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch, squaring a bunt. Again, that one misses high, counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Parker Walsh, looking to lay down a sacrifice bunt here. Victor Alongi playing very close for the Muck Dogs. Walsh will step back in. The pitch, that one misses high and away. Count is at 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. Alongi backing up towards the dirt now. We'll see if Walsh might try and square a bunt here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Squares the bunt yet again. That one popped foul in the air. So the count's now at 2-2, so the bunt likely will be called off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Brandon Jelpe on first for the Red Wings. We'll see if they might send him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scalero awaiting on deck. Keeler comes set. The 2-2. Swinging that one, roped out into left field. That one's going to get down. Back-to-back singles for the Red Wings, and they have something brewing here in the bottom of the 6th, as that will now bring up Daniel Scalero. Scalero from Quincy, Massachusetts, as he'll step up. As Scalero comes out. That's Thomas Eaton, the pitching coach for Batavia, coming out to chat with Keeler. Looks like there is someone up and throwing in the Muck Dogs bullpen at the moment. Likewise for the Red Wings. Not sure how long we'll see these starters go. Now, pitch counts aren't too high, all things considering, being at the 6th inning. And Geneva, back-to-back singles here in the bottom of the 6th. Looking to break this one open, score some runs, and strike first. As Thomas Eaton, the pitching coach, trotting off the field. Meeting adjourned, and Daniel Scalero steps in. Batting 147, popped up to our Curry at second. Back in his first at-bat in the 3rd inning. He'll step back in here with a chance to give the Red Wings the lead. John Salone on the sleeves of the jerseys. Squaring a bunt is Scalero. That one misses outside. Counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs. Scalero pulled that one back. And likely in a sacrifice situation, trying to advance Jelpe and Walsh, the 9-spot batter. Cameron Boardman awaits on deck. Scalero steps back in, squaring the bunt yet again. The 1-0. Fastball. They're going to say Scalero went around. Count is at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. A well-placed bunt likely would advance Walsh to second and Jelpy to third, with Boardman awaiting on deck and the top of the order following him, and Birchare and Jackson. 1 ball, 1 strike, the 1-1. That one swung on and popped down the first base side. That one will drop foul just before the Red Wings bullpen. Counts at 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. After back-to-back singles, Daniel Scalero has a perfect chance to deliver here for the Red Wings. As Scalero step back in. Keeler comes set. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. In there on the outer half of the plate, slider. Scalero not happy with the call, but nonetheless, a backwards K for him. Strikeout swinging, there's 1 away. And that will now bring up Cameron Boardman, who grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the 3rd inning.
The shortstop, Cam Boardman.
Batting 136 coming into this game for the Geneva Red Wings. Boardman, like Scalero, has a chance here to give the Red Wings the lead and strike first here in the bottom of the 6th. Scoreless through 5.5 innings thus far. The pitch, swung on, and that one hit down the third base line. Backhand, grabbed by the third baseman. Alonji throwing on to first. Not in time, but Alonji makes a great play. Parker Walsh kind of lollygagging between second and third is caught stealing. Just a base running mistake for Walsh as he's caught out. So score that one. A 5 unassisted, 5-4 double play. 5-5-4 double play. Heading to the top of the 7th. Still 0-0. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. So we're back here on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channels. So the Red Wings 2 straight singles to lead off the bottom of the 6th. A strikeout from Daniel Scalero and a double play hit into by Cameron Boardman. Great play, heads up play by Victor Alongi there at third. First pitch missed for a ball, counts at 1-0. Alongi stepped on the bag for 1 out, and then Parker Walsh just took too far of a turn off second base and was picked off 5-4. So that one scored a 5-5-4 double play. And after 2 straight singles, the Red Wings blew a golden opportunity there. We're in the top of the 7th, 2 straight balls to Giuseppe Arcuri. Count is at 2-0, and Drew Munn out for another inning of work. That one swung and hit back up the middle for a single. So our Curry has his first hit of the night. And that'll now bring up Christian Bernardini. Pitching change actually for the Red Wings as it's John Tully on the pitch from Bates College. That'll bring up Christian Bernardini. Was not signaled to us that there was a pitching change by the umpire, but John Tully on the mound. Our Curry was squaring to go. Hit and run was on as Bernardini squared to bunt that one right off the end of his bat into the net. Count is at 0-1. No balls, one strike, and no outs. In the top of the seventh, Bernardini will step back in. Our Curry being held at first by Scalero, squaring a bunt yet again. That one clips the outer half of the plate. Quickly falling behind the count 0-2 now is Bernardini. As so far, it's been errant base running from both sides that have caused this game to be held at 0-0. No runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Muck Dogs. Just all of them singles. No extra base hits. That one fouled off yet again. So we'll do the 0-2 again. And for the Red Wings, no runs on 3 hits, 2 errors. So even with 6 hits and 2 errors for Geneva, the Muck Dogs still have a goose egg on the board as well with the Red Wings. No balls, 2 strikes. Our Curry being held, the 0-2. That one swung and popped foul. So 4 pitches and 4 strikes and 3 foul balls of the 4 strikes. As Christian Bernardini will step back in for Batavia. Bernardini from St. John's University, the Big Red. The 0-2 swung and fouled off yet again. 4th foul ball of the at-bat for Bernardini. Count still at 0-2 to the leadoff man in the top of the 7th. Final stat line for Drew Munn, 6 innings pitched, 6 hits and 4 strikeouts through about 70 pitches. So now John Tully from Bates College is on to pitch for the Red Wings. Someone is warming up down there for the Red Wings already. 0-2. Curveball just misses. Counts at 1-2 now. Very close pitch. Definitely a great ball. Especially the count being 1-2 and with how expanded the strike zone has been here tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Just misses outside to the fastball. Counts now at 2-2, evened up to Christian Bernardini. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. The 2-2. Misses low, did the changeup, counts at 3-2 now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. John Tully in danger of putting back-to-back base runners on. Three balls, 2 strikes, the 3-2. Curveball fooled him for the out. A strikeout for John Tully. Bernardini slams the bat. There's 1 away in the top of the 7th inning. As that will now bring up the first baseman, number 33, Henry Daniels. Daniels at first base tonight for the Muck Dogs. So far for him, 0-2. Popped up to Staubly at third in the second and grounded out 4-3. Birch Jackson over to Scalero to end the 4th inning. So Henry Daniels steps in with a chance. Both teams looking for the first run of the ball game. That one swung and missed. Big swing from Daniels. Nothing doing. Counts at 0-1. As he'll step back in. Henry Daniels from Norman Park, Georgia. He's a senior at the University of West Georgia. 6'5", 220. Giant standing in the left side of the batter's box. The 0-1 pitch from Tully. Swung on that one, popped up. This one in the infield. Staubly underneath it. Doesn't have to move much. Makes the play. Score that one a P5 for Brennan Staubly, and there's 2 away. So after the leadoff single from our Curry, 2 straight outs for the Red Wings, and once again, looking to get out of this inning unscathed. And that will bring up Trey Bacon, who was 1 for 2 thus far here tonight. Bacon batting 166 coming into this game. Singled and left on base in the second and flew out to center field in the fifth. John Tully coming set from Bates College. The pitch. Fastball misses off the outer edge of the plate. Counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. 0-0 your score. As we've got a real barn burner going on right now at McDonough Park. The 1-0. Swung on that one, hit out into deep center field. Parker Walsh underneath it and makes the play in F8. So after a leadoff single given up by John Tully, 3 straight outs recorded, heading to the bottom of the 7th. Red Wings up to bat. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. Stay tuned. As we're back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel, Birch Herring Jackson stepping up to the dish now. 0-0 the score still. First pitch taken for a strike. Count is at 0-1. As it's still Jack Keeler on the mound for the Muck Dogs. That one swung on and hit right to our Curry, who throws over to Daniels at first. A 4-3 ground out for Birch Herring Jackson, and there's one away.
Out of Peabody, Massachusetts, the left fielder, number 25, Ryan Knight.
Yeah, as the left fielder, number 25, Ryan Knight, stepping up to the dish now. The pitch taken for a strike. Counts at 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. The 0-1. Taken for a strike. Count is at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. To Ryan Knight. That one misses for a ball. Count is at 1-2 now. That one swung on and missed for the second out of the inning. As that one now will bring up Andrew Eppinger. With 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Eppinger 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts, 1 to right field and 1 to center field. So far, Jack Keeler has been dominant. That one swung on and missed. Counts at 0-1 to Eppinger. In the bottom of the 7th, 0-0 your score. Eppinger steps back in. The 0-1 pitch. Misses low. Did the changeup, counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. One ball, 1 strike, the 1-1. That one swung on and lined right into the Red Wings bullpen. Counts at 1-2. As Andrew Eppinger from New Jersey Institute of Technology will step back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And stepping off is Keeler, who is sitting only around 60-something pitches right now, not too high. A lot of first pitch swinging for the Red Wings. As that one, they're going to say that Eppinger didn't go around, so the count's even up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, Ethan Swidler awaits on deck. That one dribbled right back to Keeler, who's going to touch the bag himself. Score that one unassisted. The Red Wings go down 1-2-3 yet again. To the top of the 8th we go. 0-0 from John Sloan Field at McDonald Park. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes 1 Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back here on Finger Lakes 1 Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel, we're at the top of the 8th now. 0-0 your score. It's been a barn burner thus far. Victor Alagi, who made that great heads-up play in the bottom of the 6th inning. That one misses for a ball. Counts at 1-0 to Alagi. Had that 5-5-4 double play. That one taken for a strike. Counts at 1-1. Pitching change now as it's Nick Pappas coming on to pitch for the Geneva Red Wings. Number 15 for them from Carmel, New York. Plays his college ball at UMass Dartmouth. Counts at 1-2 to Victor Alagi. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs to the leadoff man, Alagi. 0-0 your score. That one swung and popped up right side, foul territory. Swidler coming over. That one just kicks out of play and hits off the party deck and into the mitt of Swidler, but it won't count for the out. So the count will stay at 1-2. Swidler showing off the ball to the umpire with a smirk on his face. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and you see something new every day. Pappas coming set, the 1-2. Swung, and that one roped into left field. That one's going to get down as he's going to head towards second and actually stop and head back towards first as it's a single. As squaring to bunt is the batter, and they're going to have Alonji in a pickle. The throw down in time. Score that one a 2-3-6 putout. Heads up play from Swidler, who's been phenomenal behind the dish as the catcher. And once again, Swidler throwing out another runner. That's 3 for him on the game. Heads up play by the catcher for the Red Wings. The Red Wings have been playing really good tonight, just looking for some run support. That one misses, so back-to-back balls to the batter. That one taken for a strike, counts at 2-1 now. So official scoring on that one, caught stealing 2-3-6. That one's going to come in and hit the batter, Rashad Robinson, the 10-spot hitter, so he'll head towards first. So a 1-out hit by pitch. As Rashad Robinson will head to first, gimping a little bit. So 1 out, as that will now bring up Josh Leadham, the right fielder. Leadham is 0 for 2 on the night. Reached on an E3 in the third, was caught stealing 2-6, and then walked in the sixth and was out, caught stealing 2-6 yet again. So, as I said, Ethan Swidler, been phenomenal behind the dish for the Geneva Red Wings here, has thrown out 3 base runners. Swidler from Lafayette College, the Division I program, and he's from San Diego, California. First pitch to Josh Leadham, misses for a ball, counts at 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Rashad Robinson on first for the Muck Dogs. Red Wings in double play formation. The 1-0 slider just misses off the edge of the play. Seems like he's been calling that spot all game, but not here in the top of the 8th inning. 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. The 2-0 pitch from Pappas. Runner goes. The throw down. Not in time, as that one's going to hit off the glove. That one will be a stolen base, though, for Rashad Robinson, as he was well ahead of the throw. And now the Geneva Red Wings are in a pickle. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Josh Leadham, the leadoff man at the dish. He's ahead in the count 3-0. So we'll see how they approach Leadham with Lucas Lopez, who is 2 for 3 thus far on the night, on deck. That one's going to miss low. Good stop by the catcher, Swidler, showing off his defensive prowess. So Leadham walks and heads to first. He's reached base in his last 3 plate appearances.
Lucas Lopez.
As that will now bring up Lucas Lopez. 2 for 3 for him thus far on the night. And Jackson DeJohn, the St. Bonaventure Bonnie and Red Wings pitching coach, will come out and chat with Nick Pappas. There is someone up and warming down in the Geneva Red Wings bullpen. Appears to be number 21, I believe. Kind of far away, so I can't necessarily see it from here, but when we know, we will notify you, those of you listening at home, either 21 or 27. It is a right-handed pitcher, so that could narrow it down. We did see Griffin Snyder pitch yesterday. That appears to be Vincenzo Terracciano from Woodland Hills, California, but we will confirm when that comes around. So the lefty, Lucas Lopez, steps in 2 for 3 on the night thus far, and he's got a chance to strike first for the Muck Dogs. First pitch misses low. Another throw down to first, and right near the helmet area. Perfect throw from Swidler. Imagine if the first base runner, Josh Leadham, was a little more careless on the bases, he likely would have been out, as that was a strike from Swidler. And it would have been the third time Swidler has thrown him out this game. 1 ball, no strikes, the 1-0 pitch from Pappas. That one clips the outer half of the plate, did the changeup, 1-1 the count. So one's across the top of the scoreboard. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Red Wings looking to win this game here on John Salone night. At the newly named John Salone Field, runners go. The throw down to second. In time. As Josh Leadham caught stealing for the third time this game. And it looks like there will be 2 away. Leadham going to chat with the athletic trainer very quickly, holding his hand. Not sure if he jammed a finger or what, but he's quickly over there with the athletic trainer. Count is at 2-1, and Josh Leadham thrown out yet again by Ethan Swidler, the third time this game. Not often you see that, as Rashad Robinson steals third. There's 2 away. The 1-2. That one swung and roped into center field. Parker Walsh trailing, and he'll make the play. So the Red Wings get out of the jam, heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. 0-0 your score. It'll be Ethan Swidler at the dish. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. So we're back here on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. So we're through 7.5 innings. No runs scored thus far. Ethan Swidler will look to change that as he steps up to the dish for the Red Wings from Lafayette College. He's thrown out 4 base runners tonight behind the dish. He's been showing that arm off behind the dish as the catcher for the Red Wings. He's thrown out Josh Leadham 3 times and then caught a runner 2 to 3 to 6. No balls, 1 strike to count. The 0-1 misses low and away, counts at 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. Ethan Swidler, a pair of strikeouts swinging for him thus far, will look to change his fortune. And the bottom of the 8th, 0-0 your score. The pitch. Misses low to the changeup. Counts it 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And no outs. The 2-1. Swung on that one, roped into right field, but right at Josh Leadham, who trails to his left and makes the play. F9 for Ethan Swidler. Hard hit ball, unfortunate break for him, 1 away. That'll bring up the dangerous hitting Jason Shockley from Rutgers University. Pop up to Henry Daniels at first in the 2nd inning and struck out swinging back in the 5th. Shockley will step in. In game 2 of the doubleheader versus the Pilots yesterday, Shockley 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Will look to keep it going. Counts at 1-0. Still looking for his first hit in this game thus far, but Jason Shockley will step in. The Rutgers Scarlet Knight out of the Big Ten, Division I school. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out. The 1-0 pitch misses high and away, counts at 2-0. And Brennan Staubly awaits on deck, another powerful bat in the Red Wings lineup. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Shockley steps back in. The 2-0. Swung into that one, roped back up the middle. It's a 1-out single for Jason Shockley as he splits the gap between short and second. So it's a single for Shockley. The Red Wings' 4th hit of the ball game, and that will bring up Brennan Staubly. A powerful bat in this lineup. Pitching coach Thomas Eaton coming out to chat with his pitcher, Jack Keeler, who's thus far for Batavia, 7.1 innings of work, 6 strikeouts, and 4 hits given up. We'll wait and see if it will be the end of the road for Keeler. Not sure, likely not. There is action down in the pen. As actually it looks like Keeler's night will be over. Pitching change for the Muck Dogs. It will be number 21 for them. As Michael Pedraza from Palm Beach, Florida, Kentucky State University will come on and pitch. So Jack Keeler's night is over. Final stat line for him, 7.1 innings of work, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, and a little bit over 70 to 80 pitches. So Keeler's night is over. Certainly has done more than enough to give the Red Wings the lead, to give the Muck Dogs a chance to win this thing. Pitching change will be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. So, Pedraza coming on to pitch for the Batavia Muck Dogs here. Brennan Staubly will step in. So Staubly steps in. The pitch. 1-0. That one lined into right field. Josh Leadham comes in. Diving grab, makes the play. The throw back to first, not in time. Sliding back in safely is Shockley, so there's 2 away now. That one looked like it was going to get down for a single, but not in time, as that one now bring up Brandon Jelpe with 2 away in the bottom of the 8th.
Out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 6, Brendan Jelpy.
That'll now bring up Brendan Jelpy for the Red Wings here. So Jelpy steps in. That one misses. For a ball, counts it 1-0 to him. So 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch misses low, counts at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Brendan Jelpy. Jason Shockley sits on first. Red Wings looking to strike first here and win this game on John Salone night at the newly named John Salone Field. The 2-0, taken at the knees, counts at 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Shockley on first, Jelpy in the batter's box. Parker Walsh awaits on deck. The 2-1, swung on and missed, counts even up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Beautiful sunset and center field at John Salone Field. Jelpy steps in. Pedraza coming set. The 2-2 pitch. Sweeper fooled him. That thing was gross. Just tailed out of the zone for a strikeout. So Shockley stranded at first. We're heading to the top of the 9th. Still 0-0. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back here for the top of the 9th inning thus far. 8 full innings of play. No runs for Batavia. No runs on 7 hits, no errors. And for the Geneva Red Wings, no runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. 0-0 your score. As the catcher, Adam Agresti, number 23, will step in to face Joey Casper. So pitching change for the Red Wings. Nick Pappas goes 1 inning, 1 hit, and 1 walk through about 13 pitches. As Ethan Swither's going to come out and chat with his pitcher. Adam Agresti, the Muck Dogs leader in batting average, coming into this game at .390. He singled and was left on base in his last at bat in the 6th inning. So he'll step in. Casper thus far with a 6.75 ERA and 5.1 innings of work. Number 17 from Mamaroneck, New York. Plays his college ball at Iona College. Part of the Gales. The first pitch, that one misses. Counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Adam Agresti, the catcher for the Muck Dogs here tonight. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Slider catches the outer edge of the plate, counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Agresti will step back in. That one taken at the knees, counts at 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs. Agresti will step back in. That one, slider, good stop from Swidler, counts even up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs to the leadoff batter, Adam Agresti. Slider misses way outside. The count's now pushed full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No one up in the Red Wings pen at the moment. Jackson DeJohn, the pitching coach, coming down from that way, though. So maybe we'll see someone up and stretching at some point. Wait to see what Batavia does in their bullpen. The 3-2 pitch. Slider misses way away. A leadoff walk for Adam Agresti. He'll trot towards first. We'll see if the Muck Dogs decide to use a pinch runner. Likely not, especially with that bat in the lineup. Don't want to lose that if they don't score here. As that will now bring up Anthony Calabro, the center fielder, 1 for 2 thus far, batting .246. So Calabro steps in. 1 for 2 of the walk. Walked in the first, squares the bunt. That one misses outside, counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs. Walked in the first, singled in the 4th, and flew out to Walsh in center in the 6th. Third at bat here, 4th plate appearance. Calabro steps back in, squaring the bunt quickly. The pitch, fastball, that one fouled off. Swidler, who was trying to hold on to that one and make the out, counts at 1-1. That one appeared to hit him just above the knee protector there. Swidler just walking it off, appears to be all right. He's actually going to adjust the knee pads quickly. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. Swidler's all right. As Anthony Calabro will step back in. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Agresti on first for the Muck Dogs. Squaring the bunt yet again. In comes Staubly, the 1-1. That one misses low. Count is at 2-1 now. 2 balls and 1 strike to Anthony Calabro.
Let's go, Red Wing fans. Get behind your pitcher now.
Red Wings fans, they're faithful, getting behind Joey Casper. As Calabro steps back in. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. That one bounced in the dirt. Good stop from Swidler. The count's now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Casper on the mound. Red Wings looking to get a win here on John Salone night. Top of the 9th inning. Agresti sits on first. We'll see how Anthony Calabro plays this pitch. Casper comes set. The 3-1. Swung, that one hit out into right field, but not moving much as the right fielder, as that play is made by Eppinger. An F9, and there's one away. And that will now bring up Giuseppe Arcuri, the second baseman. 1 for 3 thus far on the night.
Giuseppe Arcuri.
As Arcuri will step in. 0-0 the score still. No runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Muck Dogs. No runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Red Wings. Our Curry steps in. The first pitch from Joey Casper. Misses low and away. Counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out. Our Curry does a little bit of his own version of the Soto shuffle. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out. The 1-0 pitch from Casper. Fastball misses high. Count is at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out to Giuseppe Arcuri, who will step in. Swidler will call time and come out and chat with Casper. Still no one up and warming in the Red Wings bullpen. It's all on Casper to finish this thing out and give the Red Wings a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. 0-0 the score. Ethan Swidler will come out and chat with Joey Casper. 1 out here in this inning, as Casper has thrown 11 pitches thus far. Mound meeting adjourned yet again. Swidler will step back behind the dish. Red Wings faithful getting behind Joey Casper. The pitch. That one misses low. Counts at 3-0 now. 3 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. Red Wings looking to get out of the jam. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 delivery. Misses outside, ball 4. So, back-to-back walks. Second walk of the inning. There was a fly out in between the walks. But now the Muck Dogs have runners on first and second. As pitching coach, Jackson DeJohn will come out and chat with Joey Casper. That'll bring up Christian Bernardini. Wearing number 2. Mound visit in progress. Suspenseful moments here at John Salone Field, as Jackson DeJohn trots back towards the dugout. The Red Wings have finally been told no more mound visits for them. Someone's looking to get warm down there in the Red Wings bullpen. The first pitch from Casper. Spiked in the dirt. Good stop from Swidler, who has been all over the place behind the dish for the Red Wings here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. Swidler showing off his athleticism, as Christian Bernardini will step back in. The 1-0. Fastball misses low and away. Count is at 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Christian Bernardini will step back in. Double play ball in effect. That one, fastball on the outer edge of the plate. That one's a strike. Count is at 2-1. Thus far, a 5-10 strike to ball ratio for Joey Casper in 15 pitches. That one misses outside. The count's at 3-1, and Casper in danger of walking the bases loaded now. In the top of the 9th. So Christian Bernardini steps back in. The 3-1. That one taken on the outer half of the plate. The count's now pushed full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Crucial point in this game. Can Joey Casper fight back in the count? The 3-2. That one swung on and fouled off. Out of play. So we'll do the 3-2 again. The pitch. Swung on and fouled. That one actually lined down. As they're going to say that one foul down the first base line. Very, very close ball there. As that one kicked foul. That one would have been trouble and likely would have scored at least 2 runs for the Muck Dogs. Another foul ball. Counts at 3-2. Bernardini steps back in. The 3-2. Misses high, and that will walk him. That'll walk the bases loaded now. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Henry Daniels, who's 0 for 3 on the night. As that looks like Joey Casper's night will be over. So, call to the bullpen. We'll get the pitching change when we come back. We'll be right back on Finger Lakes One Radio and the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel. As we are back here on Finger Lakes One Radio on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube channel, it's Henry Daniels coming up to the dish. Bases loaded. Joey Casper walked. The bases loaded. Jack Mullen coming on to pitch now for the Geneva Red Wings to face Henry Daniels with the bases loaded and 1 out. Double play would get the Red Wings out of the inning. As Mullen steps in, first pitch swinging that one down the first base line and off the bag. Unfortunate break. 1 run will score. The throw into the dish, not in time. So it's a 2 RBI single for Henry Daniels. That one hit right off of first base. A series of unfortunate events. That one popped right up off the bag. Looked like the first baseman could have made a shot for two, Scalero, but right off the bag, it's a 2 RBI single. And such an unfortunate break for the Red Wings. Our Curry scored, Agresti scored, and Christian Bernardini advances to third. That now brings up Trey Bacon. That one misses outside, counts at 1-0. So Batavia takes a 2-0 lead off one of the weirdest hits you'll ever see, hitting right off the first base bag and popping straight up a mile in the air. The 1-0 misses low, counts at 2-0 now. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. Trey Bacon steps back in. The 2-0. Swung on that one fouled. Out of play. So the count's at 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out to Trey Bacon. Jack Mullen coming set. 2-1. Misses inside, counts at 3-1, and a walk here would walk the bases loaded for Batavia. 2-0 your score now after the 2 RBI single from Joey Casper. That one swung on and hit down the third base line. Stalby fields it and throws over to second, and that one gets into the outfield. An E5 for Brennan Stalby, and another run scores. Count that one with an RBI as well. 3-0 the score now. As Bernardini came across the score. And that'll now bring up Victor Alonji. 3-0 your score now. Alonji 1 for 3 on the night thus far. And 2.
Pinch runner number 12, Kyle Hamilton.
So there'll be a pinch runner for the Muck Dogs, throw down from Swidler, not in time. For Henry Daniels. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1. Swung and dribbled towards first base and scooping and making the play. Another error for the Red Wings to throw in. Not in time. So an E3, another error for the Red Wings. And Batavia takes a 4-0 lead here. Such an unfortunate break. So 4 runs across this inning, this half inning for Batavia. And it's going to be hard to come back if you're the Geneva Red Wings from that.
Now heading for Batavia, 32, Rashad Robinson.
So Rashad Robinson will step in now. That one swung on and fouled off out of play. Runners on the corners now, 4-0 your score. That one swung on and fouled out of play. After Alonji reached on the E3. That one misses outside. Counts at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rashad Robinson. And there's going to be another pinch runner. That'll be number 7 for Batavia coming on to pinch run for number 24, Victor Alonji. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch misses high, and that one's going to get to the backstop. And here comes Trey Bacon, who scores at the dish. So another run scores on the wild pitch. 5-0 now for the Batavia Muck Dogs. In such a back and forth game the whole way, you get to the 9th inning. 3 errors in this half inning for Geneva and 3 walks. And this thing's blown wide open as that one's hit too short. A 4-3 ground out, and now there's 2 away. As Rashad Robinson grounded out, that'll bring up Josh Leadham at the top of the order. Alonji advances to third.
Batting for Batavia, number 16, Josh Leadham.
As Josh Leadham steps in. The pitch taken for a strike, counts at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. 5 runs across this inning for Batavia. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors. And for Geneva, no runs on 4 hits, 5 errors. And they played so good the entire game, but just 3 errors in the 9th inning. 5th total error of the game. That one's fouled off by Leadham. So who falls behind the count 0-2. Checking as that 0-2 pitch swung on a miss, strike 3, but the Batavia Muck Dogs score 5 runs on no hits, 1 hit, almost all walks, and they leave 1 runner on. Heading to the bottom of the 9th, 5-0 your score. We'll be right back at John Salone Field. So we're back at John Salone Field, 5-0 lead now for the Batavia Muck Dogs in the bottom of the 9th. Parker Walsh coming up to the dish now for Geneva. And such an unfortunate break for the Red Wings. Played so good the entire game, and then just 3 errors. 3 errors at the field and an unfortunate hit that went right off the bag that looked like it could have been a double play. Just a bunch of things not going the Red Wings' way this half inning. First pitch to Parker Walsh, misses for a ball, counts at 1-0, and taking over on the mound is Garrett Beaver. That one misses as well, counts at 2-0. Beaver wearing number 15 for Batavia as he's coming on to pitch. 2 straight balls from him. The 2-0. That one taken for a strike, counts at 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. The 2-1. That one roped right at the shortstop. And now 6 for Parker Walsh. As Lucas Lopez makes the play, there's 1 away now. So the first baseman, number 30, Daniel Scalero. Actually, pinch hitter will be Nate Milk now stepping up to the dish. 2 pinch hit for Scalero. Taken for a strike. Count is at 0-1 to Nate Milk. The 0-1 pitch from Beaver. Sidearm, that one slider misses outside, counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. As Nate Milk steps back in. Batting 136. That one swung on and missed. Counts at 1-2 now. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Red Wings down to their final 2 outs of the night. The 1-2. Swung, and that one popped up, out of play. So we'll do the 1-2 again with Nate Milk. Waiting on deck for the Red Wings is Cameron Boardman. One ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out to Niagara University's Nate Milk. The 1-2. Misses outside. The count's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. As Nate Milk steps back in, the 2-2 pitch from Beaver. Swung on, and that one fouled down the third base line. Jackson DeJohn fields it over there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Nate Milk will step back in. 5-0 lead for the Muck Dogs. The 2-2 misses outside. The count's now at 3-2. Can the Red Wings work a 1-out comeback? Would certainly be surreal if that were to transpire here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. The 3-2 swung on and popped foul. So Nate Milk staying alive. Saying not so fast for the Geneva Red Wings. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. The 3-2 swung on and fouled. Staying alive is Nate Milk. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Boardman awaits on deck. The 3-2 pitch misses high, so a 1-out walk for Nate Milk. And not so fast. It ain't over until it's over. As the shortstop, number 1, Cameron Boardman, will step up to the dish now after the 1-out walk.
Bradford, Vermont, number 1, Cam Boardman.
So Cam Boardman stepping up to the dish. 0 for 2 on the night with a 4-6-3 double play and reached on a fielder's choice. But then that was the double play, the 5-5-4. And it's a single for Cam Boardman into center field. So that'll now bring up Birch Herring Jackson, who is 0 for 3 on the night.
From East Aurora, New York, the second baseman, number 4, Birch Herring Jackson.
So 2 back-to-back base runners, a walk and a single for the Red Wings. And we're at the top of the order now with 1 out. That one taken for a strike, counts at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Excuse me, no balls, 1 strike and 1 out as Herring Jackson steps back in. The 0-1 misses outside, counts at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Herring Jackson looking to extend the game. Red Wings down to their final 2 outs. The 1-1. Swung on, that one hit out into left field, but that one looks like it's going to hang up just long enough, as it will. A great sliding grab by the left fielder, Rashad Robinson, and there are 2 away. So there are 2 away now, and that'll bring up Ryan Knight. He will be the Red Wings' final out here. That one taken for a strike, counts at 0-1. So Red Wings down to their final out. And waiting on deck is Andrew Eppinger. Knight does have home run power, as we've seen. That one swung on and missed, counts at 0-2. So now Geneva down to their final strike of the evening. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Beaver coming set, not a safe situation. The 0-2 swung and fouled off. And that one dribbles right over the Red Wings dugout. No balls, 2 strike. Garrett Beaver comes set, the 0-2. Swung on, that one hit out into left field. That one is going to hang up just long enough for the left fielder, Rashad Robinson, to make the play. Score that one an F7 to end the game. Batavia wins this one 5-0 and improve to 18-8. The Red Wings fall to 5-16 here on John Salone night at Historic McDonough Park. So a new field name for the Geneva Red Wings. It's now John Salone Field. The Red Wings fall 5-0. As always, I'm Kyle French. Peraza picks up the win for the Batavia Muck Dogs. The Red Wings will be on the road tomorrow to face the Auburn Double Days at Falcon Park, 7:05 start time. And then they'll be back here on Saturday to face Auburn yet again, but that one in McDonough, 7:05 start time. We will be back here on Finger Lakes One Radio tomorrow, double header, as the Newark Pilots host the Jamestown Tarpskunks. First game at 4:30 p.m., so hope you guys tune in for that on Finger Lakes One Radio. As always, I'm Kyle French signing off from John Salone Field at McDonough Park. We'll see you next time.